Hello everybody, General here today, and we're in for another episode, guys, of how to make, of course, resin brick stairs. How do we do that? I'll show you in this video. So first of all, guys, we're going to need to step outside real quick here of our house because we're going to be needing what's called a crafting table, right? So we acquire wood. We've got a sachet of wood here. I'll probably use that. I've already got some. We step back into our house here, and then we start making what we need to make, right? So then we place we grab our wood here, and we get what's called planks. It can be any sort of planks, right? Then you grab your your planks here, and you place them like so, and then you get yourself a crafting table. Into this crafting table, what are we going to be doing? Is, guys, we're going to be needing what's called resin clumps, right? But before we do that, guys, I'll go into how to make a furnace first. So furnace comes from what's called stone. So that's what you mine. You mine a stone, and then you get cobblestone from stone that you mine, right? So you acquire it as a form of cobblestone. And then you get a furnace. Now, in that furnace, you'll need coal to be able to power it. The coal comes from the coal ore, right? Which is right here. So now when you place your coal here, and you place what's called resin, it starts to cook it into what's called resin bricks. Now, how do we make this, right? How do we get to that stage? Well, basically, resin is something, where is it right now? It's, is it cooking, or did I throw it away? Yeah, so it's cooking. Resin clumps is basically something that you get from the Pearl Garden. So some of the later updates have that. You find the Pearl Garden, and during the night, it's probably the only time you can actually acquire it, because you come across something called a creaking, right? So once you come across what's called a creaking, you have to obviously like strike it, attack it, and then it drops what's called resin clumps, right? Now with that resin clumps, you acquire it. The more you hit it, if you want more of it, you continue hitting it, and you have to follow where it goes. It kind of like sways and blows, follows the wind sometimes, or you'll get what I mean when you see it. But basically you follow it, and it would land on something like trees or rocks or whatever. And once you've acquired it, that's when you come and you do this step that we've just done here. So you come here, you make a crafting table, you make your furnace, and then you start to cook it like so, and it gives you what we have here before us, which is our resin bricks. Now we come into our thing again, our crafting table again. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and ladies and gentlemen, we have here what we need, but we're gonna need lots of it, right? So we'll get 6, 5, 6, like so. And then, ladies and gentlemen, when you access your crafting table, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves resin brick stairs. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in this episode on how to make resin brick stairs. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and of course, most important, subscribe to first of all get notified when I post and stream more videos like this, and second, to give me the strength and the motivation, of course, from the fans to continue making more content like this. Have a nice one, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.